Hey everyone, welcome to the stream if you're hanging out watching. Um, we're just going to do a little bit of chill building, nothing super crazy today. Oh my goodness, it has been such a long day. Um, I literally, it's 5:55 where I am right now in California, and I literally just wrapped up work at about 10 minutes ago. Luckily I work from home, so that makes things a little bit simpler. But oh my goodness, it is a little bit nuts. So forgive me if it takes me a couple minutes to get everything all ship shape and set up. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. We'll do some touring around the city. We'll take a look. It seems like a lot of people were interested in that, and hopefully, if you have any suggestions about things you'd like to see in the city, let me know. We'll be sure to take a look at it. We'll pop on the shaders. Hashtag shader time. We'll have some fun with it. And then maybe, if we're very lucky, I'll actually end up building something. Who knows? Um, oh, I'm amazingly good at wandering around the city and not getting anything done, and somewhat less good at actually accomplishing things in this build. So, we'll take a look. We'll try it out. We'll see what happens. But glad to have you guys here with me. Also, I'm sorry about the background noise. Um, I don't know what it is. It must be something in my settings. Um, my microphone is picking up all sorts of crazy background noise lately, and I'm not entirely sure. Not entirely sure where that's coming from, but we'll sort it out. Let me see. Okay. Hey, what's up? How's it going, MCX? Glad to see you here. Um, Welcome to the stream. Sure, you've never seen this build before. So this is it's a joke because this guy right here is he's one of the build people. He's one of the people who builds with me on the server, so he is intimately aware of everything that's going on. Sounds good. Yeah. I mean, we'll definitely look for you, see if you're around and everything. I think for the most part during the stream, I'll be kind of doing my own thing. I've got some projects in mind that I was thinking about, but yeah, we'll see where it takes us. All right. I think everything is set up. Let's see if we can load into the world and get everything hip hop happening. And you know what? It would probably help if I turned on the actual stream so you guys could see what was going on. Here we go. Welcome to Illias at night. It's nighttime right now. I'm trying to load things in. This is the project I'm working on right now. It's kind of a combination of a bridge and a clock, and then just kind of like a cool arch. Right now I'm working on. I've been trying to design some pixel art to go on the side of the bridge arch clock thing. So overall, it's looking okay, I think. I'm not the greatest at pixel art. I'll be upfront and honest about that. But it doesn't look bad, right? Like you guys can see that it's intended to be a guy with a crown sitting on a chair with a sword, which looks a bit like a lightsaber, but swords, lightsabers, they're basically the same thing. Yeah, I don't know. It seems pretty clear to me, but also I was the one who made it, so it may not be clear to everyone. I'm experimenting a little bit with the backgrounds. I wanted there to be kind of a sky sort of background, so I did it with stained glass, and then behind the stained glass, there's like diorite walls, and then behind the diorite walls, if we pop through here, it's just all sea lanterns, which is cool because light can actually go through walls. So we get the light from the sea lanterns, but without having to actually stare at the sea lanterns. Like the sea lanterns look kind of, they don't look so good. I don't like the texture of them. So the diorite wall is a little bit better. It's not my favorite, but it's honestly the best wall for the job at this point. So we'll take it. But yeah, so we're slowly working on that. We've got 4 of these to do, right? So there's this one and this one, which is currently empty, and then on this side we have 2 more that I'm slowly filling in. I've got some ideas. Yeah, he's on here. There's his little his I don't know, social media information. Um, you could find him. He's a cool guy. He did build some really awesome stuff. He does a lot of he's been doing a lot of the terraforming work lately with this project and everything, which is super cool. We'll go and tour around and see some of his builds at some point. But yeah, this is the city at night. It's actually quite pretty. Yeah, the 3D effect with the glass is like something. It was unintended. It's interesting. I did not expect for that to happen. I kind of thought that it would be. I don't know. I mean, the reason I did glass is just because light goes through it, but I didn't take into account the fact that it gives it kind of a 3D effect, which is it's nice in certain angles. Makes me wonder if I should take some of this stuff and bring it out even further just to really enhance that, but honestly, I think it's probably okay as is. But yeah, I figure we'll spend a little bit of time in the best way I know how, which is turning on the shaders and then just flying around aimlessly for several minutes. And by several minutes, I mean probably like half an hour or so. It kind of ends up being what happens. I would turn on the cool Sonic Ether PTGI stuff, but my computer honestly cannot even remotely handle that, unfortunately. Not with any consistent number of frames, which sucks. But I'm also probably going to change the time, just so that we can see a little bit better. I don't think I have my night vision on. Oh, apparently I did have night vision on. That's why we always check. Let's see if we can fly around and render stuff in. You know, it's kind of gotten to the point with this build, it's getting big enough that it takes like a significant amount of time just to fly around and like get everything rendered. Because this is all just the lower city. We haven't even gotten up to the top. It's a lot of stuff. Luckily, my render distance is insane, but it's still, you know, it takes a little bit of effort to get everything loaded in. As you can see, there's a lot. We'll fly around and see if we can get some stuff loaded in. Haven't spent a lot of time up here in Cloud Top, in the top of the city recently. We've been mostly working down here at the bottom, so let's see if we can. I don't know. I think I did turn my render distance down just so that I could get more consistent FPS. Yeah, I'm streaming a little bit of everywhere right now. So I'm multi-streaming right now on Twitch and YouTube, which is cool. I did not even realize until fairly recently that was a thing that I could do. But I can, and it's going pretty well overall. It's not, as far as I can tell, it's not really affecting my latency at all. Because I think they just take the same one video feed, and then Streamlabs does their cool Streamlabs stuff and just kind of splits the feed and sends it out to the respective places. I don't know. I don't know things about computers, so, you know, my explanations are probably poor at best. Oh, yeah, see, we lost it. We lost some of it, but that's okay. It is what it is. But yeah, city's looking good. I'm just really happy with all the color, all the different buildings and stuff. There's a lot to see. One of the things I was noticing recently, too, is just like, I don't know, just even walking around the city just feels like, it just feels really good. You know, we're able to, there's just so much detail in everything. I mean, look at all this little stuff. You know, that's what it is. It's the fact that we've got all these fine details. And it's all kind of coming together to make a big cohesive whole. Ooh, a little bit laggy there. Hopefully the stream is fairly lag free for you guys. I have no idea. I did put it on ultra low latency mode, which from what they've told me means that, oh, hey, what's up? Means that the stream, like the quality of the video might suffer a little bit, but at least I'm getting your guys' comments and stuff more or less in real time, which is nice. But yeah, this stuff is all looking really nice. I love the little street signs, the street names that Bart's been dreaming up. I like these. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since I've actually walked through a lot of these places. There's a horse in the sushi restaurant. Does the horse have a name? Nope, it's just a horse. Raw by Fillory vegan sushi. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. What is this? Oh, this is nice. This leads straight down onto the walkway and everything. That's super cool. And this is such a like crazy walk up to the city and everything. Definitely people who live in this city, they never skip leg day. You can't skip leg day living in Illias. It's just the reality of it. Oh man, some of this I swear that every time I come in here I find stuff that I didn't realize existed. Like I was not aware that this staircase existed. Where's this? Oh, this leads up into the... Okay. Where does this one go, though? This one goes down, and then it pops out. Oh, okay, here in the clockyard. Interesting. It goes down further. Where does it go at the bottom? It goes nowhere. Cool. That's... I'm assuming eventually it will go somewhere. That's... seems likely. Oh, these stairs are a little claustrophobic. That's okay. Maybe we'll just do it the easy way. We're gonna cheat a little bit because we're cheaters. Okay, this is up at the top of the... Yeah. Oh, and this one's also a tower. I did not realize that. That's super cool. Yeah, I don't know. There's so much going on. I love this glass. Just with this whole build, I honestly, like, I have trouble keeping track of it these days, even. A lot of cool stuff happening now. And I really do like the direction the project is headed. There's still a lot to be done, you know? I mean, we are by no means out of the woods, you know? There is still plenty left to be accomplished, but we're making dents in it, you know, little by little. I do really like this wall top walkway. I like that. It's a nice touch. This is relatively new because this is the new tower that Bart built. This goes down. Oh, that's cool. Did you know that this was here, Finn? This comes out on top of your library. Huh. And this... Oh, this is beautiful. I don't know where this is or what this is, but it's beautiful. I guess it's just in the tower, huh? Interesting. Oop. That goes all the way down to the ground. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, this place is mega confusing. I didn't know that either. Bart works in mysterious ways. Bart's another one of our build team members. She's super cool. She built this, and she's a constant source of inspiration for me. She just does really cool stuff. Very neat. But yeah, this is this area. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Ray? Glad to have you. So this area is called the Heighthealing Academy. This is like Wizard University, right? It's a little bit like I don't know. There are parts of it that are definitely like kind of Hogwarts-esque. Although I think lately it's kind of we've definitely done a good job of differentiating it, because that was something that I was really concerned about starting out with. What happened to this banner? It's like underground. That was the thing I was a little bit concerned about earlier, was that, you know, that the whole Hogwarts Wizard Academy thing is kind of been overplayed, right? Like, everyone and their mother has you know, like, seen a Wizard Academy that's like Hogwarts, and I don't know. I don't like playing too heavily into the stereotypes if I can avoid it. But I think we've done a good job. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love this stuff. Eventually we're going to have to put something here. Yeah, to see waterfall wizards. So that's gonna be a waterfall. A little bit by little bit. I love these stone arches. These are beautiful. That is really, really nice. Great use of path blocks too. Maybe that's what we'll work on today. So we've got like these lecture halls, which I think we probably need to put slabs in. I don't know if that was something you intended to do, but hadn't got around to. But I think it probably needs to be slabbed just to so people can get to their seats and everything. Got these nice chalkboards. I'm a big fan of this homebrew chalk with the invisible item frames and the end rods. That's fantastic. But yeah, maybe we'll work on this. This is like a big thing. Spiral staircase. So this goes all the way down. Woo! All the way down here into the Undercity. You can see some of these. Oh, I like this. Did you do this, MCX? This is beautiful. That's a great pattern. I think maybe we'll switch out these blackstone blocks for a different dark black block. So like maybe just even like polished blackstone or something. But just something to really make that arch pop. Because I think that would be nice. But oh, this is beautiful with the cobble and the basalt. Which is weird because like basalt has basically the exact same texture as cobble. It's just darker. Huh. Well, whatever it is, it looks nice. This is quite a staircase. Look at this thing. This pops out here. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. I don't know. There's so much going on. It's hard to keep track of it all the time. You know, it used to be, it's funny, when we first started this project and everything, it was indeed the case that at any given point in time, you know, if I did like a stream, which I wasn't streaming back then, but if I had been doing a stream, I could easily have given someone like a full city tour, right? When this first started, I could show people around and show people everything that we had built so far. You know, and it was that way for a while, and I don't know exactly when it changed. But at some point, we hit a point where there's just too much stuff. That's one of the things that I was recognizing, you know, the other day when I was trying to give Gabriel the tour of the city and everything. He's one of the new members. It's just like it's just not possible. I can't give a full city tour. There's just so much, it's a good problem to have, you know. But it's also like, dang, like there's a lot here. Yeah, pretty much. And maybe, I don't know, so a lot of people on Reddit today were asking for like a city tour video, and I suppose I've got a video on my YouTube channel that's like a city tour, but it's the oldest video on the channel. It's very old. Most of this stuff wasn't really here when I made that video. I should probably do an updated version, but again, you know, it's a little bit tough, you know, because there's just, like I said, maybe I'd have to split it up. I don't know. Yeah, 8-second delay. It's not bad. I've got it on ultra low latency mode, so hopefully that lets me interact. You know, I like talking with people, so hopefully that gives me an opportunity to interact with people more in real time. Oh yeah, there were a bunch of people asking. I don't know how anyone could do this in survival. Like, I recognize that it's physically possible, but like, I mean, just like think about how much quartz you would have to acquire in order to build like just the palace, right? Because that entire thing is basically just made entirely out of quartz. Like, there's just no way. It would take you years just to get that much quartz. So I appreciate the people who are like thinking that it might be survival, but no, not survival. Definitely creative. Yeah, maybe I should split the tour up. I don't know. It's confusing. I did have plans at one point to like do like little showcases of like the different districts, because that's one of the ways that the city is nicely split up, is into little districts. And I could do like a little like, you know, like here's a Rhymegate video about Rhymegate, and we just do a little tour of that, visit some of the buildings. Or I could just do like a more of a general tour and just kind of hit the highlights of each of the districts without going into too much detail. Um, a server survival series, dude. We would die a lot, I think, just from like falling off stuff because the city is tall. Can you imagine just accidentally just like, whoops, just falling off that there cliff? It would be fun though. But yeah, I love this library. Also, I love the fact that the gates are automated. I didn't even know you could do that. This is beautiful. Yeah, this is great stuff. Great stuff, Finn. Looking good. Oh my goodness. See, I mean, look at this. It's been 16 minutes. Oh, okay, that's fair. It's been 16 minutes, and literally all we've looked at is like a small portion of the wall, and then like the Heighthealing Academy. We haven't even seen all of the Heighthealing Academy because there's a whole bunch over here that we haven't even remotely looked at. That's just wild. I don't know. It is a cool thing. There's a lot here. Yeah, it would be fun to do survival with people. I think, like right now, I just need to get to the point where I don't die all the time in survival mode, just in general, because that's kind of the way it's been, with my experience with survival so far. Just because I don't really play survival very often. What is that? Sinister Walk. I like it. Also Sinister Walk. I hear lots of cats. I don't know where the cats are. There are cats around here, apparently. This is Sigvorn. Supposed to be a G in there, but that's okay. Dexter. Interesting. Someday I'll have to get... Oh, there's a garden back here. Oops. I don't want to trample the crops. At some point I'll have to get Bart to explain her reasoning for all these different street names and stuff, because I think there's probably a reason behind it all. I am hearing a lot of cats, and I don't know where the cats are, but there's cats somewhere around here. Interesting. Daughters of Heighthealing. What is this? Event space and wine cellar? There's a wine cellar? Oh, look at this. What? I didn't even know this was here. I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but it's kind of true. This is beautiful. I love that wine cellar. It's well placed right next to the space for your next function. Oh, I like it. This is wine cellar downstairs. This is placed right next to like the frat houses for the Heighthealing Academy, which is wildly appropriate, I think. Upslope Road. Argue Alley. Debate Chambers. What? Oh, man. You see what I'm talking about, though? Like, it's just, everything is, like, so secluded. Like, I never would have known that thing was back there, It's just, it's wild. I think that eventually we're going to reach a point, where we're finished with the project and we can release the world file, people can run around, and I think people are just going to have a fantastic time exploring, because there's just so much. Fine wines and spirits. That's beautiful. The Cougar Root Cellar. I like this one. This one's one of my favorite new builds. But it's... Why am I having trouble getting... There it goes. And then we have to lift up these. Oh no, I'm stuck. Okay. Not supposed to work like that. Oh no. Okay, we're gonna escape. I keep, I don't know. There's a way that I'm supposed to do this, and I'm just not doing it. There it goes. It's like a secret door. Isn't that cool? And then this, like, goes all the way down. So this is another big thing that Bart's been working on recently that I want to show people. Like, look at this. This is like just this enormous, and some of these rooms aren't even finished, but it's like this enormous building that's like inside these trees. Some empty rooms up here at the top. How do I get down? Oh. That one's empty too. Yeah, look at this though. She's slowly filling it up. At some point I should probably help her out with some of this stuff. Look at this. Isn't this pretty? I like the mushrooms growing on the stairs. Yeah, there's so much neat stuff going on in here, though. So all this is built inside these big trees, which is super cool. This whole area down here is really cool. I noticed that Bart built a few more of these little, I'm calling them, they're the lamps. These little hanging houses, which I thought was kind of neat. She was inspired. So there's that one, and then I built this one, and then there's another one back here, I think. Little one back here. See that? Isn't that adorable? I love them. They're little, they're like trapped. Oh, here's another one. They're like little trapdoor houses. I don't know who built all these. I'm sorry if it wasn't Bart. I just kind of, generally when new things just sort of show up on the server, I just make the assumption that Bart built them, and I'm not often wrong. Yeah, there's a lot of room in this waste stacks to build stuff. So if you want to do that, go right ahead. But yeah, I mean, look at this. We've made it through this much, and not even all of this much. We didn't even go inside all the buildings. We just like looked at a couple of them. Like look at how much of the rest of the city there is to explore. Like you could probably start an entire YouTube channel that was just exploring this city, right? God, there's just so much going on. There's some spaces that just they go really far, you know. I mean, some of these buildings are like they're like icebergs, you know. There's like a small portion of the building that's upstairs, and they just keep going. Not me jamming out the stall flute solo. I like it. Oh man, I wish the Minecraft music, the music from like regular Minecraft, wasn't so viciously copyrighted. I don't know, I've heard some horror stories. They're not real happy with people using it for, otherwise I'd play that stuff in the back of the streams all the time. So it's great music. Oh man, this is all looking so good. So this is, you know, we can't look at this part of town without me telling you about this tower. Let me tell you about this tower. This tower is fantastic. It's quite possibly the best tower that anyone has ever built, ever. It's pretty great, though. I'm very happy with how it's coming out. I did finally, I don't know, some of you may have seen it when it was crazy Technicolor stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just because Minecraft is such a popular game, and there's not like a ton of Minecraft songs. You know, it's not like there's a humongous playlist. It's like a handful of songs. But they're fairly unique too. That you know, they're easily recognizable, and I don't know. I've just heard some horror stories about people like thinking that they could just kind of free use the Minecraft music and finding out that is not correct. So I'm a little bit nervous. I don't want any strikes on this channel. You know, I want to try and keep everything as kosher as I can, but I forgot I need to fix these waterfalls because they're all jacked up. I don't know what's going on. Something went wrong there. Also, the staircase needs to be finished. There's just so much to work on. I get a little overwhelmed sometimes. But I did want to point out that I did where am I? I did actually get this whole water elevator system in here working. So all these are now like working. So this one goes down, and then this one goes up. Whee! You can get out on any of the particular floors. So that's pretty cool. And it pops you out up here at the top. So still some work left to do in order to get that working 100%, but it is going pretty well. Yeah, I honestly don't know. I mean, maybe it's just a couple of people blowing things out of proportion. You know, maybe it is the case that Minecraft doesn't mind if we use the music from the game and everything. But like, just the fact that there are any stories about people getting their videos, you know, taken down because of it, I don't want to risk it. Which is unfortunate. I don't know. I mean, I feel that it's probably okay. But I don't know. I'm still a little bit freaked out about it. So maybe we will. Maybe we'll just hold off on that for now. I don't know. This is also another big thing that we need to finish. Got this nice floor, but then you can see the rest of this building is a little bit lacking in terms of decoration. Although John has done a really beautiful job. I think it was John. I'm assuming it was John because he's who's been working on this. But with these pillars and this banister and everything, actually is really nice. But yeah, there's a lot of work left to be done. A lot of things need doing, but we will get there. Alright, I pretty much exhausted my half hour of wandering around with shaders time. It's probably a good idea if I get something done. Mostly just because like getting stuff done in this game takes a surprising amount of time. Yeah, you know, I mean, I don't know. It's like I said, probably gonna be a pretty slow stream. I don't have any really big plans for anything. Thinking I might finish up this staircase in here, just because every time I see it, it bugs me. So we'll do some work in here. Maybe we'll even get started on some of this other stuff, some of this like statuary and such. I don't know. Not sure how I feel at the moment about working on statues. A little bit nervous about it, but maybe we will have to see. All right, I am going to turn on my night vision. Like that, and then we're also going to turn off the shaders because there's like a very small amount of lag when I click and everything with the shaders on, and it just bugs me to no end. I don't know. Okay, so I've got an idea of like where I want the stairs to go, and unfortunately I've got all this floor here, which I wish I hadn't built that floor, because it's all gonna get covered up and then no one will ever see it. But eventually, yeah, so I think it's just gonna be a slab stairway, nothing too crazy. See if we can find some good blocks. We have been using nether bricks. We've been using, what is this? Is this, oh, it's blackstone. Okay. So nether bricks, netherite, blackstone, magma. Can't use netherite on the stairs. Well, I mean, I guess we can. Technically, as long as it's only the blocks, right? Alright, let's give that a shot. And then we'll probably end up doing, like nether bricks for the slab part. Yeah, I mean, honestly, probably what I'll end up doing is just recreating the floor once we get up to the top. That seems like the best option, just because I want to make sure that the pattern works, and kind of part of that is going to be playing around with it once it's all constructed. But hey, Finn's online. Oops, that's not right. Cool. That's secretly the other reason I stream, is because I feel like whenever I stream, it can it piques the interest of the other server members and they get online and build stuff, which is great. Almost done with the maze. Ooh. I don't know if you're still watching the stream, but if you are, When it's done, you should let me know and we can come take a look. Because I'd love to see that all finished up. Unless you're like trying to keep it a secret or something like that. Nice. Let's see. Part of the reason, I mean, I definitely can move the floor up, but I really just, I want to make sure that I can get the floor, I want to make sure the floor fits in this space, that it fits like thematically and everything, which I think it'll be fine. This pattern is not super crazy. I was wondering if there'd be issues with centering it. Just where we get the pattern in a good place so that things line up with other things. I was kind of thinking I'd like see how the shroom light and the magma is not lined up? I think I'd like it to line up. But I don't know, it might honestly, just at this point, it might just be easier just to rebuild it, you know? Let's see. Let's just grab some blocks and just kind of. I feel like the amount of time it would take me to resituate this entire thing is probably like I could probably spend that time just building it again. I get so caught up in this sometimes. Yeah. So it'll be a little bit before we're officially on 1.17. Just because I do want to wait for things like Dynmap. To update and everything, because I'd rather play on 16.5 for a little bit extra time, and then still be able to use still be able to consistently use things like Dynmap, as opposed to, oh my god, I lost my train of thought. As opposed to switching immediately and not having access to some of those, quality of life plugins. But for sure, we will. I mean, we'll definitely get there eventually. No doubt about that. You know me. I'm old and set in my ways. So we will get there eventually, but it's slow progress. Let's see. Pretty sure it's going to look like this. And then we have a magma block, and we put some more of these. Nope, that was supposed to be a magma block. There we go. I like the sound that netherite makes when you place it. It's like a bonk, 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 bonk. Kind of a, I don't know, it's a silly noise. Especially for something that's like, technically speaking, like super, super valuable. Oh, I didn't even see. If you're still there, good luck with your haircut. That's wild. We've got 1.17 at home, and this is the part where you have that meme where it's like it's 1.17 at home, and it's like 1.12 or something. I don't know, something not as cool. I'm hip with the memes, guys. I know things about the internet and internet culture. I'm hip and happening. I don't know if you guys knew this about me, but I'm totally. I'm down with the lingo, I am aware of how to get jiggy with it, is what I'm saying. But, yep. This, is honestly like, this is actually, I feel like I'm actually accomplishing a lot. Like, this is something that I've been putting off doing for such a long time, but I'm actually kind of glad that I'm doing it now. Let's see if we can make this a little more interesting. We can do like this. Then maybe we'll place these. How do we feel about that? Does that look cool? Hey, what's up? How's it going? I'm hip and happy, it says the boomer. You know what? That's not cool. You're supposed to be sick. Go be sick somewhere. What's up, Liv? How's it going? How's Brazil? I don't know. It's good to see you though. We're doing a little bit creative today. We had our fun digging a big hole the other day. So today we're actually going to accomplish things. We're going to build things. It's going to be great. I'm streaming like every day. It's true. You're real sick. It sucks. You sound super sick. No, I'm kidding. I'm not questioning your sickness, bro. But yeah, no, it's nice because now that I'm my work schedule's kind of fairly well established and everything, and the tutoring that I've been doing, the private tutoring, is drying up a little bit because people are finishing with school, and so because of that, I've now got all this extra time that I'm able to invest into Minecraft, able to do some streams, meet the people, it's great. God, I love this texture. This is great. It is fantastic. Cool. That looks pretty good, right? That's like a nice hallway. It's not a bad hallway. I'm doing pretty good. I'm like, oh man, I'm a little exhausted. It's like 6:30 my time. I got done with work at like 5:50. And then I had about 10 minutes to go grab a bottle of water and some jerky. And then I started my stream at 6. I keep telling myself I either need to start the stream later or I need to be a little bit more firm with my bosses about when I'm done working. But I never do either of those things. So what ends up happening is I end up cramming like this. I end up getting to the very last second. So what are you gonna do? I think this is good. I think maybe it'd be interesting if we, I don't know. I don't really like that the ceiling is all like, it's like straight lines. Also, I don't like the fact that it steps up like that. That's kind of ugly. No, I'm not salaried. I still work hourly, which is nice. It is nice to get the overtime, but it's like, oh, I don't know. Like, at the same time, like, I like overtime, but I also like being able to have a life outside of work. And on some level it's like, it's definitely, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like money, but at some level I would like to be able to do the things I enjoy doing, like Minecraft, get to spend some time doing that stuff. Does that look okay? I think that looks okay. Doesn't look not okay. This is terrible. I don't know why these are like this. It bugs me so much that these are on a different level. Can we lower them? Is there any harm in lowering them? I don't feel like it. It's probably okay, right? Take care of yourself. Thanks, Uwu. Uwu. God. That's such a, I don't know, I don't know, maybe it's just, maybe I am a boomer like Tarek says, but the word just makes me so uncomfortable. Don't know what it is. I guess I'm just old. What can I say? That looks more or less not bad. I think I'll probably also turn these. Just trying to get a fairly, yeah, see, it's just, I don't know. I guess I'm just not ooh worthy, Okay, let's lower these things, because these are, like, not in a good spot. We're just gonna go like this. And honestly, we should probably make these pillars not be textured. That seems like a good idea as well. Let's go ahead and make them out of andesite. It's like a safe, it's like my go-to safe option. When in doubt, make things out of andesite. That's not supposed to be magma. I feel like Owo is better than Uwu. I don't know. Oh, right. I can't close iron trapdoors manually. Gotta do it with the stick. The debug stick. I think that looks good. Oh, really? Oh, I don't know. Hey, what's up? It was better than oh. Okay, all right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to get in the middle of your oh or your ooh war. Um, but seriously, guys, I need some opinions. What are we thinking about this? About these pillars? Do we put the light in the pillars, or do we just like Where did he go? Or do we just like stick like lanterns on them? That's not helpful, Finn. That's not helpful at all. Oh, geez, that's unfortunate, guys. I don't exactly remember. I think there's a way we can look. Can we look at servers? Oh, here we go. Statistics. Where is it? There's one for like number of times died. Let's see. Player. Oh no, that's player kills. Is there a death? Is there time since last death? Less than a day. That's not good. Time played 26 days. I thought there was something for times died. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. I don't know. It's funny though because the number wasn't 0, which you'd think that it would be 0 given that this is creative. It's really, it's not easy to die. Oh, here we go. Number of deaths 6. Ooh. Oh, I've died 6 times in this game, and like, keep in mind that I've been playing almost entirely in creative. There have been a couple of times when I've accidentally put myself into. Why is there oh and ooh in my chat? I don't know. These people are nuts. They just do it. But yeah, no, I've accidentally put myself in survival a couple of times, and died. Because like I'm in the middle of the sky and I try and switch from like spectator to creative. I actually go into survival and then I fall to my death. So that's unfortunate. 6 times. 6 times I've died. It's bad. Let's see. Liv's the casino shaping up nicely. It is. Liv says she likes the light in the pillars. I have to agree with that. I don't know. I feel like I overuse lanterns, so it's nice to have other light sources. Except I should probably... Let's see if we can... I don't know. We need something to make these look a little more official, though. I feel like that's good. I don't know. Andesite for me always feels like a very, I don't know, fancy block. Like it feels very solid. I don't know if anyone else gets that. How do I... There we go. Open. Let's close all these. Yeah, I don't know. I can't explain to you why there's oohs and oh-ohs in my chat. I cannot be held responsible for the oh-ohs and oohs of my chat people. Pretty sure almost all the blocks in MC are solid. Yeah, I think that's... Well, yeah, but it's just, you know, they're not, I don't know. Leave me alone. They look cool. I like andesite. It's a beautiful block. I don't like it when they're all higgledy-piggledy like this, because it doesn't feel like it feels like the column's going to fall down, you know? But when you make it out of andesite, look, it no longer looks like it's going to fall down. It looks, oh, it's going to stay like that for 1,000,000 years. You know? Empires will rise and fall in the time it takes for this column to fall down. That's what I'm looking for in life, Finn. I'm looking for columns that don't fall down. That's all I need out of life. Oh, yeah, this is the beautiful city. It is indeed. I don't know how long you've been around, but we could, if you want, I'll show you around a little bit. Well, now we can't see it because it's all unloaded, but higgledy-piggledy, harsh take. Oh, man. Gotta make them out of plastic. That's fair, you know? That's a fair assessment. But yeah, this is the city. It's not super beautiful right now because I don't have my shaders on. I feel like I don't know. I feel like looking at the city without shaders is like, oh, it's looking at the city, but like in just like I don't know. I always feel embarrassed about it, which is silly. But I think that's just how much I love the shaders, to be honest. But yeah, this is the city. It's pretty big, yeah, I will take any excuse to stop doing meaningful work and to just fly around and look at stuff. Way to put down my city. I mean, it's my city, man. Like, the city is, yeah, the city, whatever. City, you know what? You just gotta listen, city. Thanks. I like it. It's a big city. It's been a huge project. As you can see here, I'll show you the part we haven't finished, because this part is beautiful, right? This part's all mostly finished. There's a few outlines in here and stuff. For most part, pretty much finished. Now I'll show you the part that's not finished. So this is like where we're currently doing stuff. I'm saying your builds are ugly when I don't have my shaders on. Oh, I'm kidding, Finn. Your builds are beautiful. All your builds are beautiful. Don't let the shaders define you. Oh man, this chat got heated really quickly. I'm being put on blast. But yeah, so this is the part of the city we're still working on. This is like the lower city, the city at the bottom of the cliff. We are slowly, you can see there's a lot of outlines, a lot of empty spaces. We are slowly getting there, but it's a work in progress. So this is what, this is what everything at the top of the cliff used to look like. It's okay, I still love you. Finn, I mean, I'll be honest, like, this is what you get for not coming consistently to my streams, you know? I mean, I've noticed that you basically never miss one of Tarek streams, just saying. Also, for people who weren't here at the very beginning of the stream, look at this mural. Isn't this beautiful? I'm very happy with it. It is amazingly looks like what it's supposed to be, even without, like, I mean, this is like a 30 by 30 like space. It's tiny. But I did it. Look at that. Look at that face. That guy's got a really nice face. He's got a beard and a crown. Oh my goodness. It's amazing. Don't blame me for my behavior. What does Blessix mean? Your content is pretty dope though, man. Almost as dope as this a flying apartment complex. I'm just saying though, like, you don't play the most popular game in the world, which is Minecraft. Oh, blessed. If you're talking about me, then that's true. If you're talking about Tarek, I don't know if I agree with you. He's okay. Actually, I guess he's sick right now, so I really should be nicer to him. So Tarek's great. He's the best. We love him. We love him very much. Fair enough. Yeah, okay, that's true. Tarek does do better accents than me. I don't do accents. I'm not even going to attempt to do an accent to demonstrate how bad I am at accents, because it would make all of your ears bleed. It's probably, if I had to say, I'd say it's probably like my only flaw, basically, Other than that, I'm pretty much a perfect specimen of humans, Oh man. Tarek is great at accents though. And he's better than me at most video games, if I'm being honest. Like, credit where credit is due. I think there are very few video games that I feel like I could beat Tarek at. Whoa, you think Tarek has a better voice than me? Oh, dude. I am insulted and also upset and just crying, and this is the worst day of my life, basically, so far. We don't know what next year holds. Next year could be far worse. I don't know. But in general, this is the worst day of my life so far. So thank you for that. Hashtag not blessed. You can have a nice voice without being able to sing. I like to think that I have a very pleasant voice to listen to. I actually want to put stairs there, I think. It's not the best voice in the world, but I did grow it myself. You know, I built these vocal cords into what they are today. It's weird though, like for real, I've been hearing that like, not like a lot, like not in a weird braggy way, but I have had people who have been telling me that like, they find my voice relaxing to listen to, which is super weird, because I've prior to like this year, I've never been told that before in my entire life. I've never had anyone be like, you have a nice voice. Not that, you know, like, it's not like anyone's been like, you have an awful voice, but like no one's like specifically said like you have a nice voice. And it wasn't something I ever considered about myself at all until recently, which is interesting. But yeah, I don't know. Strange things. To be fair, I haven't really done much talking in front of people recently. Yeah, no one had never heard that before. It's very strange. I mean, granted, like I said, you know, I didn't spend a lot of time before this year ever talking in front of people. But I always just kind of considered like, you know, like I've got like kind of an average voice and everything, you know. But I think, I don't know. Apparently some people like it, so I'll take what I can get. Dude, your stream froze again? Maybe you should like get a better phone. That's what I'm saying. You missed everything. Hey, what's up, Alex? How's it going? It is a sexy voice. Thank you. Hey, everyone. Alex is also a streamer on Twitch, and I think some stuff on YouTube, or maybe just VOD uploads on YouTube. But you should definitely check them out. Playing Stardew Valley earlier today, which was awesome. I wish I could have watched more of it. I was currently at work, and my boss would probably not have been happy that that's how I had been spending my work time, watching streams on Twitch, you know. I mean, granted, that's what I do a lot of the time anyway, but, you know, I don't say that out loud at all, because that would get me in trouble. Cave Air is annoying. My boss doesn't have to know. One of these days, I swear to God, my boss is going to show up in the stream, and they're going to be like, Evan, I didn't know that you did streams, and then it's all over. Then they'll know that I spend roughly half of every workday mindlessly watching Twitch streams and talking with people on Reddit. It's gonna be a rough day. Actually, what was it? Was it yesterday? Or the day before? I don't even remember. The days are sort of blending together. One of the days fairly recently, though, it wasn't my boss, but he was like my supervisor, like a couple years ago. He actually came to one of my streams. I think he found it like randomly on YouTube, and he's like, "Hey, I know that guy," and he showed up. He's super cool. That was wild. Thank you. It's a labor of love. It's a pretty crazy thing. Right now, we're not doing anything particularly interesting, but at some point, you know, I don't know. I feel like that's how a lot of this comes to be. Is that it's like it's a lot of little tasks that don't look particularly exciting up close, but then when you zoom out and you look at the big picture, that's when everything comes into focus. That's when everything becomes super cool. You know, because like individually, any one of these buildings is kind of average. You know, I mean, except for the ones that are built by people who are currently in this stream. I'm not dissing your buildings. Your buildings are beautiful. All of those are great. I'm only talking about the buildings that I built. Those are awful. But yeah, they're, you know, I mean, I don't know. Each of them individually is kind of, they're cool. They're just not super fancy. You know, like, look at this. Like, if we look up close and everything, like, you know, it's a pretty, I don't want to call it super standard, but it's, you know, it's not like the most exciting house that you've ever seen in your entire life, you know? Like, it's fairly standard. It's got a pretty standard roof, you know, it's made out of stairs. whatever. We've got some small decorations and things like that. But when you zoom out and everything and you take a look at the whole city, that's when everything I feel like comes together, because it's just the way the houses all fit together and the overall feeling of the city. Like, I love this section. This is a district called Heights, and it's kind of like where the wizards all live and everything. And I love the fact that the roofs, there's two different roof colors. There's like the warp roof colors and there's the crimson roofs. And there's basically no in between, all the houses. And I just love the way they fit together. We've even got some houses in here that actually have multicolored roofs. So like half the house is like, you can see here, this is one right here. So half of this roof is warped and half of it is crimson. And I just think it's really neat. Your perspective is whack. Oh, there's so much stuff. Not every building has to be the goddamn tower. I mean, in a perfect world, every building would be the Eiffel Tower. It'd just be an entire city of Eiffel Towers. I'd love that. Eiffel, pointy French tower. I don't know. Your houses are good, MCX. You know, I mean, they're... I think you've definitely improved. That's for sure. All right, catch you later, Liv. Good to see you. Have a good dinner. Eat something delicious. It kind of makes me hungry thinking about it, but it's whatever. Banners, organics, and terraforming. Yeah, but like, okay, so like this thing, MCX built this one, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not that good at buildings." But like, look at this. Like, this is a great building. I don't know what he's talking about. This is a beautiful building. Look at the inside. Look at this, like, look at the roof and everything. Like, this place is amazing. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you build really beautiful buildings. Don't be down on yourself. Hey, what's up? Is it Sued Orchid or is it like Sued Orchid? I don't know. What's up? I remember getting the message from you. Thanks for coming to the stream. Yeah, see, exactly. That was one of your first buildings. There's still a lot left to work on. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe okay. I've gotten off track. I'm already off track enough. We're going to get more off track. We're going to turn the shaders back on because there's nothing in this life that I love more than flying around the city with the shaders on. Orchid is fine. I like it. I know that I don't know. Like, not that it really bugs me, but like, I like it when people say my name correctly in real life and online. Unfortunately, I picked a username that's like somewhat difficult to say. What's going on? Cave air is annoying. Oh, okay. We'll come take a look at the maze in a second. I did not see that. But yeah, you know, I mean, good names, right? They're clever names, and you know, like, I feel like on some level, it's nice to be appreciated for coming up with something that's interesting and clever. I also like the fact that like almost everyone's got a name that's got a story behind it. You know, it's never just like, oh, I just randomly typed these words out. Sometimes it is, and that's awesome in its own way. But I think it's always interesting hearing about people's names. It's such an important detail. But we'll fly around a little bit, and then we'll go take a look at Finn's Maze. I already know what to expect because I've seen most of it, but I think you guys are going to be really impressed because it's beautiful. But yeah, here's the city in all its glory. I am pretty happy with it so far. It's coming along nicely. It's huge, to the point where we're getting to a point where I can't actually like fit it all in my render distance. Like if I'm very careful and I stand right in the middle of the city and everything, sometimes I can get the whole thing rendered all at once. But for the most part, if I fly to one end of the city, the other end of the city unrenders. Oh, so it actually comes from an old textbook I read. So astrophagy, I don't know, it's like Greek, Roman root, something like that, or Latin. I don't actually know. But it comes from astro, which is star, and phagy, which is to eat, to consume. It's actually an old name for an old term they used to use to refer to black holes. Black holes are star eaters. And I remember when I learned that, I just thought it was like the coolest thing I'd ever heard. And that was how I ended up with this. I started using it, for all my online video games and everything. And it's just kind of stuck. I'm a star eater. I think it's fun. It's an interesting word. It's weird because I thought that by now I would have run into other instances of people using a name like that, but I've honestly never seen this anywhere else. Like if you Google search Astrophagy, pretty much the only stuff that comes up is my stuff, which is, it's nice. I mean, it gives people an easy way to find me online, which is, that's a good thing. But it is weird to me. Like even the textbook that I read it in, and I swear to God, it was actually in a textbook that I read at some point in my life. Even the textbook doesn't come up, so I don't know. But it's a cool word. For a while, when I was younger, I used to use astrophobos. I like stars. I'm a space guy. Space is like infinitely fascinating to me. And I used to use astrophobos, which is a poem by H.P. Lovecraft, just about the idea of like this fear of the unknown, of just not knowing what lies beyond the stars, and just the huge vast distances involved, and things that the fear of this lack of knowledge about things, which I thought was super cool too. But at some point I realized that I didn't want to have a username that was so intimately associated with like a famous writer. And it felt kind of like I was plagiarizing, like I was stealing that. And I didn't want it to be that way. So I struck out to find something a little bit more neutral. I feel like Astrophagy is fairly in that middle ground where it's like, it used to be like an actual like science term, a scientific term. I don't know whatever happened to it, but I don't ever see people using it anymore. I think people just call them black holes now. But it feels less like stealing than it did when I was using like the title of a poem by H.P. Lovecraft, right? God, every time I come down here, I have to look at my mural because I love it. I got to design 3 more, but we're not going to think about that because it makes me sad. I mean, YOLO Swagboy 69, that does feel pretty unique. Where's the maze? This is the maze. Okay. Oh my God, this thing is enormous. Oh, dude. What are you even doing? Okay. So for people who don't know, you also got rid of all the pillars, I just realized. Yeah, you deleted Tark's useful addition. What did you write? Butts or something like that? But yeah, this is like, oh my God. So this is part of like a dungeon that exists underneath this. Hey, what's up, Crystal? How's it going? It's hidden. I don't see it anywhere. I think Finn's making it up. Oh, here's the door on the other side. Nice. So this is part of like this cool like puzzle dungeon island that Finn's been working on. Sorry if things got a little bit crazy there for a second. Good move. H.P. Lovecraft turned out to be hella Yeah. He's a great writer, crazy dude, a little bit weird. Some sketchy stuff was coming up there. Sorry, it's a lot of stuff. Oh my goodness. But yeah, so Finn's been working on this island. The idea behind this island is that it's kind of it's like a thing where weird stuff happens, right? So this is, oh man, I don't even know. So in terms of the lore of this city and everything, long ago, 3,000 years ago, give or take, they're on this site. They killed a god. They killed an elder god, and he was great and powerful and everything. He was a god, right? So they couldn't actually kill him. They split him up into 17 pieces and hid those pieces all around the continent. And one of the pieces, given that this is where he was slain, they decided to hide here. But what ends up happening when you hide a piece of a dead god in a hole in the ground, it starts to kind of seep out and make things, things get kind of wacky. So in particular, they hid the piece of the dead god underneath this island, and as a result, this island ended up being just kind of a strange place. So you can see that we've got like some giant mushrooms. We have this crazy poppy field. You can see they're actually like flying poppies, which I thought was like a really great touch. And then once we get like further into the island, let me see if I can fly over here. Let's go back into creative mode. So once we get onto the island, you can see there's some other weird stuff that's happening over here. So you can see we've got some giant flowers. So things just grow to like weird proportions, and there's just all sorts of weird stuff that happens around this island. And over the course of time, right, it's been about 3,000 years since they killed the god, and as a result, people have kind of forgotten what took place here. People have forgotten why this island exists, and it's sort of just gotten thanks, man. It's gotten kind of lost to obscurity, to the annals of time and everything. And so, people just kind of avoid the island because it's a weird place, right? There are stories from sailors who have fallen overboard near the island or tried to swim to the island, of the waters, suddenly beginning to boil, in the middle of the ocean, right? Random stuff. And there's just, there's talk of it being cursed and everything. But there is like a little, there's a little stone hut here on the island. And inside is actually, like, obviously they don't want to just hide the piece of the dead god in the hole in the ground. That seems really, God damn it. That seems like a bad idea. So they hid it behind a series of trials. Very, this is a Dungeons and Dragons based world, right? So ideally this would be the dungeon at the end of the campaign, right? So this is where everyone ends up going, and these are the trials they have to face. So Finn's actually been working on all that stuff. Please ban me. I don't know how to ban people, man. I just kind of make the assumption that everyone's going to be good, and obviously I was wrong. God damn it. So we've got all these doors. Most of them lead into just out of the world. I think this is one of them. So you can see, a lot of them just kind of pop out underneath the world, and there's nothing to see here. But there's exactly one of them, I believe, unless Finn has changed it recently. But there's one of them that actually ends up leading into the next part of the thing, which I believe is here. And that's where that's where this comes into play. So this is like trial number 2, right? In this big, quest to find, if you want to find the piece of the dead god, then you gotta go through the trials, right? And obviously, whoever is in charge, the king is probably the one who's in charge of checking in on it every now and then. So he probably has like a map that shows him the way through the maze. This is an insane maze, though. This is so much bigger than I thought it would be. Like it actually hurts my brain to look at it. The name of the god, by the way, is not Fatassimus or Lord of the Thick. His name is Helvrong, which is, it's okay that you don't remember it. I don't expect you to remember all the random lore, but it is Helvrong. He's actually the inspiration. It's weird. I don't even know why I'm talking about this. But basically, his name is Helvrong. He's an elder god. There's actually one of the younger gods, one of the more recently created gods, whose name is Helv, which is like the first part of Helvrong. Go away, Finn. And his name is Helv, and he's actually named for Helvrong. It's like this whole recursive thing. It's very fun. I think it's fun. Most people don't agree with me, but I think it's fun. But anyway, Finn's been working on this giant maze. At some point, maybe we'll have to do a thing where we get everyone on the server together and we try and find our way through the maze. That sounds awful. That's going to be like a 4-hour video of us just blindly wandering around this giant labyrinth. Finn, how tall is this maze going to be? Is it going to just be... I'm assuming it's going to be more than one block, like 2 blocks maybe or something, just so people can't see over the top, or is it going to go all the way to the ceiling? That would be wild. Yeah, I don't know. This place is super cool, though. If those walls get taller, it'll quickly become one of the most claustrophobic experiences imaginable. It's true. It's true. And if you stick somewhere, you just drop someone kind of in the middle of it, and they just have to find their way out. That sounds like the worst. These little 1 block wide passages are not kind. I guess it probably wouldn't be too hard to make it 2 blocks tall. You know, we could just command the second layer in, because now it's all laid out. God, this must have taken forever, though. I'm amazed at this. This is quite an undertaking. Okay, let's go back and try and do more useful things. Can't promise that we actually will end up doing useful things for any extended period of time. We're gonna give it a shot, though. My goodness. This is what happens when we get Tarek in here in this chat. Is this what I'm like when I'm in your chat? Because if so, I'm very sorry. Let's turn off the shaders for a little bit. Now you know. Oh man, I am so very sorry. But yeah, we're back here. We're gonna try and make some more progress. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we'll give it a shot. Let's see. So I'm thinking maybe, I think it feels a little bit weird that that pattern just kind of stops there and it doesn't continue. So I'm thinking we might actually extend this just a wee bit, which means that this is gonna be like that, and then the pattern is gonna go like this, and then this one has the magma block, right? That seems consistent. I'm sure people will let me know if that's not the way I have been doing it in the past. I think it's right, though. But yeah, for those of you who are new, this is what I do. This is my project. Welcome to the server. I'm sorry your welcome had to be preceded by yeah, never mind all the stuff in the chat. No, it's fun. It's a fun place. We like to have fun here. What is it Tarek always says in his streams? Wholesome vibes only, or something like that. Oh, classic. I'm keeping it spicy. Oh man, okay, so like my parents are both really into Pokemon Go. That's like, I introduced them a couple years ago, and they've just gotten really 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 into the game. My dad has started playing the competitive PvP Battle League, and he follows this guy on YouTube called Zionic, who makes videos about like battle strategy and stuff for the Pokemon Go Battle League stuff, and he's picked up 2 of the phrases from this guy. One of them is spicy. A lot of things in my parents' life right now are spicy, apparently. And the other one is risk it for the biscuit, which isn't specific to this one guy on YouTube, but it's like, I don't know, it's funny to hear my dad telling my mom to risk it for the biscuit about stuff. It's silly stuff. I love it. It's cool to see them getting interested in this kind of stuff. Video games, right? They're bringing people together. Let's see. Maybe we should try and fix this water, because this water is in need of fixing. I don't actually know how to fix this water, though, because it's like, I guess maybe we just block the water off, and then we drain it. What is even going on with this? You see this water? Oh, there's like a weird amount of flowing water. Okay, let's see if we can fix it. I think probably what we need to do is just like, We just need to cut the water off so that when I drain it, it doesn't drain everything. I mean, if you want, you can try to come and help. I don't know. I don't know how well that's going to work. Can we use sponges? Maybe we can use sponges. So the idea, where do we keep sponges? There it is. I want to get rid of these waterfalls, but I don't want to get rid of the water at the bottom. Oh, is that all we have to do? Yeah, so the entire thing is like made out of source blocks. It's kind of a problem. Oops. Oh, that helped a lot. Yeah, so I want to keep the water that's at the bottom here. I just want to get rid of these columns of water that are perpetually falling. Actually, the sponge just seems to be doing an okay job of that. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think I probably got it from here. Let's just cut this water off so that it doesn't get in the way. We're just gonna... Yeah, that's actually really efficient. I did not know that I could do that with sponges. But yeah, these, I don't know. I commanded these things into place, and it's not, exactly... Oops. I should probably put this back. Let's see if we can fix this one. Okay. I'm okay with that one being covered in water. Because that's part of the... That's by design, I think. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know when they added that, but it's a nice feature. And this is what I wanted from the waterfalls. I just wanted them to be thin and just fall straight down. Awesome. Looks like you just need to add more water at the bottom. I think we're okay on the water levels for right now. Because I don't want this thing to be full of water. I just want there to be like a layer of water at the bottom. There's some weird water physics going on, but I'm not overly concerned with it. Yeah, eventually I want to do some work in here. Maybe like put like some, I don't know, some watery gardens or something down here. I think that would be nice. Probably what I should do is also change this giant pointy bit that's currently made out of diamonds into something that's not diamonds, because it doesn't need to be diamonds. I don't know exactly what I should make it out of. I don't know, guys. What are we thinking? We could do it out of stone, which is not a huge problem. We could also do it out of like some sort of light blocks. That might look nice. Would provide a lot of light in this room, which would be kind of cool. I just don't know if maybe it's too much light. I don't know. Let's try it. We can always change it back later, right? What kind of light blocks? Oh, that's a good question too. Pouring over glass panel. Oh, like panes? That's interesting. I hadn't thought about that. Let's try it. Pane 5. Oops. Diamond blocks. Ooh. Oh, that actually looks pretty neat. Oops. Running into stuff. I actually like that a lot. Oh, I forgot I have to fix that hole, but... Huh. I like it. Wonder if we could do colored glass panes. I don't know. I'm trying to decide whether, like, blue because the water is blue, or another color because for reasons. What other colors do we have? I guess glass panes come in all the colors, huh? And maybe light blue or something like that. Alternatively, we could go in the opposite direction and do something that kind of contrasts a little bit. Or maybe just something neutral. You know, like I could see it working with like white or black. If we wanted some contrast, we could try to do it in like red or yellow or something. There's also blue or cyan. I guess maybe we could do it in like magenta because that fits with the theme of the building. And I'm stuck. Ignore the fact that I can't fly. Because the building it has kind of like a gold, gray, and magenta, if you want to call it that. I call it purple, but I know that people are like, it's not purple, it's magenta. Yeah, we could do like a magenta glass spire in there. That could be kind of cool. Let's see. Glass pane. Oh, it's stained glass pane. There it is. I was like, I'm pretty sure that that's what it's called. Glass pane. Let's see what magenta looks like. Oh my goodness, it's hard to see. I think that's all of it. Looks kind of interesting. I think probably just trying to get an idea. At some point, guys, I will own a computer nice enough that I can just leave the shaders on all the time. But until that point, we have to kind of deal with doing it back and forth a bunch. It's kind of nice. It's subtle, which I think is honestly like plays in the favor. Because this is like, you know, like the main entryway to the city from this direction. So I think that it makes sense that it's kind of you know, you'd want a big kind of flashy water feature. Let's see, where would be so the entryway would be from this direction, and you kind of come up these stairs. Yeah, I could see that looking nice, like I said, an art installation of some sort. Kind of like at airports they have those weird sculptures of stuff that, like, I don't know. That's one thing I always notice about going to airports is they've always got these weird statues, and you're like, I don't really understand what that statue means, but it looks cool. It's kind of the vibe I'm getting here. It's like, I don't really understand why they'd make this big pile of magenta glass in the middle of this thing, but it looks cool. And maybe at the end of the day, that's all that matters. It does look pretty intense from below too, from under the water. Yeah, I'm on board. I'm on board. Let's swap back to this one though. Okay, cool. Next order of business is floor. We don't really want to leave it green concrete. And I'm not sure if I really want it to have, like, all of the streets out here are made out of this mix of, like, stone and cobble and andesite and stuff. And I don't think I want that inside the building too, right? In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up changing, like, these other floors. Because right now they are just, I don't know, it's a little bit overwhelming. And I think we need something just a little more structured for the floors inside the building, right? It's just like, you know, like you wouldn't have like concrete panels, like, you know, inside a building. You leave that for the sidewalk outside. So I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what color or shapes or anything like that. Not really sure. What do we got? What are some options? I mean, I guess we could do some cool patterns with like wood blocks or something like that. You know, or we could go really simple and we could just do like tiled floors with like quartz and blackstone or something like that, you know, where we've got the checkerboard pattern. That might not look bad. Although I think checkerboards are kind of hard to make work with a circular floor space like this, especially one that's kind of donut shaped. I think we want something that contrasts a little bit. You know, like I said, The walls of this building are made out of this stone mix, and I think we want something that contrasts a little bit with that. Let's see, what else we have. It's possible we could do something decorative with like some of these like warped stems or something like that. We could try and do some sort of pattern with like wool or concrete or terracotta. I think glass floors are probably a little bit too much. That feels a little bit too extra. As if there's such a thing. We could go with like warped wart or nether wart, because that looks a lot like fancy carpet. Although I would imagine in a building where you've got such a huge central water feature, you probably wouldn't want carpet or even really wood, right? Because I feel like that thing would mildew so fast. Can't use anything with gravity because this is a 1 block thick floor. I don't know. This is a tough one. I am notoriously bad at interiors, by the way, for anyone who's watching for the first time. Typically, whenever I have to build the interior to a building, it's like the stream ends up being 50-50, me staring at my menu full of blocks, and 50% me actually building the floor. It is what it is. I'm not great. I feel like I'd like to do something colorful. And given the overall colors that we have already represented, I'm thinking maybe something with these like crimson stems. I feel like that could be kind of cool. It's gonna be hard though, because this, like I said, this floor is only 1 block. So like I'd like to get them like this, so we could do, you know, like the end grain and everything, because I think that would look kind of neat. I wonder if I brush it on, if it'll end up. I love the sound that makes too. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Let's try this, because this would make things very. We're not even gonna do a sphere. We're gonna do a cylinder. Those were called crimson stems. Stem 5. Okay. Oh, nice. It does do it that way. That makes this process very easy. Let's see what this looks like. Guys, I love commands. Commands are the best. How do we feel about that? It's kind of hard to see. I think that white ring isn't going to remain white either. Just to be upfront. I kind of like that. It's, yeah. It's got a nice structure to it because it's kind of gritty, with the, you know, with it being square and everything. But it's got some pattern and some texture to it too. It doesn't look like, you know, it's not like if we filled the whole thing with just like pink concrete. I think that would look worse. It feels like tile, you know? And it makes a funny sound when you walk on it, which is like an added bonus. I think it's good. I feel good about this. And it matches the roofs and stuff, which is kind of a nice bonus thing too. Okay, I think we'll stick with this. Let's go ahead and oh man, this is gonna suck. We'll have to go through and get rid of this all later. That's okay. It is a funny sound. It's not even squished. It's got like the, I don't know, it's this funny sound. It sounds like a bunch of tiny marbles being dropped on a hard surface. It's like kind of a zzz kind of thing. That's a really bad impression of marbles dropping on a hard surface, but you guys don't watch me for my marble sound effects. Maybe you do. If you know, I mean, no shame in that. Let's see. Okay, cool. And I should be able to go under here. I tuned in for the marble sound effects. Well, you're in luck because This is my first and possibly my last marble sound effects stream. It's like some random blocks under here. I think probably we should put a second layer on this underneath and just make it something other than crimson stem. I don't know what though. Also, it looks like these things interfere, so we should probably, we'll just do like that. See if they interfere on the other sides. I don't remember how big I made these little nope, it doesn't do it on this side, but I would bet good money that it does it over, not there. Is that all the sides? Oh, okay, never mind. It was just that one side then. Everything is resolved. Although I guess if I am going to lower that, I actually do need to bring this down by another block. That seems like an okay size for an opening. Maybe we'll make these stairs just to give it a smoother curve. Looks okay, right? Doesn't look bad. I'll take it. Let's see. We want to bring this one down another block too, just so we have room to put a second level. I think this makes a lot of sense, just because we already have these arches right here. So we're just kind of doubling down on the arches. This one doesn't have anything, and this one should be the same as the second one we did. Just like this. Okay. You know, honestly, this white ring on the inside is actually, it's growing on me a little bit. Hey, what's up, Gustavo? How's it going? How's it going? Another friend of Liv. I like it. She has directed a lot of traffic my direction, and I'm very thankful. How's it going? Look at this. We got the whole squad here. Moom. That's funny. Yeah, welcome to the stream. We're just doing some creative stuff. Right now we're just trying to figure out a floor pattern. Nothing too crazy. I'm kind of a fan of this white concrete though. I didn't think that I'd like it, but honestly the more I look at it, the more I'm digging it. What do we think of that? Does that look okay? Hey, how's it going? Good evening. I think it's Liv with a V. I see that. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the friends. I like it. We've got the whole Brazil squad here tonight. Very cool. Let's see. Maybe columns like that. What do we think about the white? Is the white too much? Is it too much of a contrast? It's hard to say. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Nathan? Carlos? Yeah, you want to see the city? We can do that. You know me. I'm always down to clown. Let's flip on the old shaders. It is a bit much. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I love it, but it's overpowering. I think I might go back to gray. Oh, can't spell. Okay, let's see. So welcome to the city of Illias. See if we can get the city of Illias to load in properly, because my render distance is trash, and every time I switch from shaders to not shaders, it has to start over. So we'll fly around and see if we can load in a significant portion of the city. Hey, no worries. No worries at all. We like everyone here, English or no English. I wish I could help out. I wish I spoke Portuguese, but I am barely monolingual, so. But yeah, let's see. So we can find a good vantage point. This is like I feel like this is a good spot up here. But yeah, this is the city we've been working on. It's been quite a thing. It's been oh my goodness, it's been 15 months and 15 days, I believe. as of today that we've been working on this city, and it's getting there. You know, we're making progress, slow progress, but progress nonetheless. It is quite large. Yeah, I don't know. I'm happy with the overall shape and size and color of it. Looking really good. As you can see, my render distance is not even big enough to take in this whole thing. Thank you. I like it. I think it's very beautiful. But yeah, we've been working on it for quite a long time now, so we are slowly getting it finished. You know, it's just happening day by day, block by block. But eventually we will get there. You know, one of these days, I'm going to have a stream and I'm going to say, hey guys, we're done. Or there's nothing else to do. It's going to be a while, but we'll get there. So far, 15 months, yeah. So I created this world file on, it's February 18th, I think, 2020. 70 years later. That's kind of true, though. Yeah, so February of last year was when I started building the city. It's when I created the world file, and I've been working on it ever since. Yeah, slow progress, you know, but we're getting there. It's pretty cool. Just, you know, like, I wish I could show you guys pictures of like what it looked like before before we got so much done, because it was crazy. This thing used to be just a big flat gray brick. Here, I can kind of show you the... Okay, we're going to turn off the cinematic camera. So you can see this whole thing is actually up on like a mountain. So if we fly down here, you can see that like this down here, this is like the level of the rest of the Minecraft world, right? Down here at the bottom. And then I actually had to build a mountain. And then we put the city on top of the mountain. So it's been pretty crazy. Yeah, well, thanks for coming by and checking it out. I appreciate the interest and everything. How's it going? So many people. I'm sorry if I'm missing people. But thank you for stopping by and saying hello. Always nice to have new people. But yeah, it's a big project. We're working on it. We're getting it done little bit by little bit, you know. Little bit by little bit. The tree is my favorite part. I'm a little biased. I'm the one who made the tree, so you know. But it is a beautiful tree. I love the colors in it. See you later, Gustavo. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I've only been playing Minecraft for about a year. So I started playing at the beginning of February, and I made this world file and started building the city in like the middle towards the end of February. So it's been quite a learning curve. I have learned a lot. I have gotten a lot better at this game since I started. And we continue to grow, you know. I feel like every day I work on this stuff, I get a little better at it. We've also got this area down here at the bottom of the mountain that we're working on. We're doing some work down here. You can see this area is much less finished. So we've got a lot of these big concrete outlines. So like this part right here is eventually going to be like a big forge. So, you know, it's going to be like, you know, they pour hot metal and stuff, and they make big metal stuff for like boats and things, I think, in here. So that's nowhere near finished. Got a lot of concrete outlines here. One of our other members, his name is John, and he's hanging out. Oh, thanks for stopping by, though. Good luck with your stream and everything. If you drop a link to your stream and everything, I'll check it out if I get done in time. That would be great. And everyone else can check it out if they're interested in it as well. Feel free. I think people are able to put links in my chat. I honestly don't know. But anyway. Yep. This is what my streams consist of. It's roughly 50% flying around looking at stuff and being like, wow, this is beautiful. And 50% actually working on stuff. And that ratio changes on a week-to-week basis. and I don't know if it's really changing in the right direction, but people seem to enjoy it. Okay, let's get in here and see if we can do some more work on... Whoa. Oh, I have to turn my... I wish there was like just like a button I could press that would just automatically turn on my night vision. Catch you guys around. Thanks for coming to say hello. Okay. Yeah, you're white. You're right. You're white. Yeah, the white is a little bit... It's too much. Do you think something like netherite, though, might be better? I think probably keeping it in the gray family is a good idea. But I feel like netherite could be okay, because we did use some netherite over here. Let's give it a shot. The other option is like... we could ring it in gold. I don't know if that would be too strong, but it does fit the... fits the overall theme of the area, you know. It's a lot of gold trim. Diorite or quartz. See, I think the issue with those might just be that they're... I think the white itself, just the white color overall, is just too... It's too much, it's too different from the crimson we've got going on. I don't know, I can give it a shot, but I think ultimately something darker is probably going to be better overall. No, gold's gonna stay gold. Yeah, I like copper. I think copper has a time and a place, but it's not... I don't think this would look good in copper. I think that gold is a little bit strong, a little bit stronger. Copper's a little bit too orange, I think, in general. But there will be a lot of stuff in Basta that we can do with copper. White doesn't mesh with the stone. Yeah, I think diorite might be the closest we could get while still remaining in that general vicinity. Let's see. Let's try polished diorite, just because I'm interested, and I love polished diorite. It's one of my favorite blocks. Mask white concrete. I believe that's what this is. That does look... It does look a lot better than the... That's annoying. Can I not? Why won't this last one change? Come on now. Okay. It does look a lot better than the plain stone, or than the plain white concrete. But I think it's still too light colored compared to the stone around. Let's give it a shot with netherite. I mean, I can give copper a shot, but I'm not a fan of like orange and pink or orange and magenta next to each other. I don't like it. It's just not what I'm looking for in this build. We can give it a shot. You know, there's never any harm in trying it. But I think that, you know, I want the gold. I like the gold because it is ostentatious. You know, it's over the top. It's like, wow, why would you, you know, gild this entire building, right? And that's the idea, is that they did gild this entire building because it's a show of power. It's a display of strength. It's like, hey, look how rich I am. I can cover this entire building with gold and not even worry about it, right? You know, there's a lot of social implications to that I like. Plus, I do want to save the coppery palette for some of the more industrial stuff, I think, in general. Let's see, what was I doing? What were we going to try? Maybe netherite. Whoa. Polished diorite. Oh. Oh my god, I'm pressing all sorts of buttons that I did not intend to press. I honestly don't know how I'm feeling about that either. I thought it would look better than it does. Oh, I don't know. Not a huge fan of that either. I think I actually like that less than I like the diorite, which is funny. What other options do we have? I mean, there's nothing wrong, I guess, with just doing it in like a stone block, you know? I could do it with like stone bricks, polished andesite, basalt, something like that. Random question: if you could have one mod added to the game, have one mod used for Illias, which would be probably create, just because I absolutely love the create mod. It's beautiful and there's so many cool things you can do with it. It would let me like rotate my city and stuff, which I appreciate. That would probably be the one, but at this point I think we're too far along in the process to make big changes like that. I would worry about things getting messed up. I think we've got enough on our plates as it is, just trying to manage the city the way it is right now, without trying to get too crazy with it. But maybe, you know, whatever we work on next, right? I say next project like it's, you know, just down the road, but it's, we all know that it's a ways away. Okay, let's give this a shot with, I just want to see what gold looks like. What are we, netherite? I can already tell this is too bright. Too bright. Which is a shame because I had high hopes. Man, I really wanted that to work. For me, it would have to be effortless building or chisel and bits. Yeah, I agree with that. I think if I had like a choice of just one mod though, like I feel like I'd really want a mod that really like just drastically changes the gameplay in a way that wouldn't have access to. You know, something like chisels and bits. Effortless building is cool, but I feel like everything that mod provides is something that we could already do. It just takes more effort. You know, which is not to say that you know, that I don't want to spend less effort. I'm always down to do less effort and get the same amount of results, but I think if I had to choose only one, I definitely want something like chisels and bits that just like, you know, drastically changes the gameplay. Yeah, gold's not working either, I don't think. Oh man, I have not actually seen the Valkyrian skies in action before, I don't think. It seems like an interesting idea though. Okay. I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to be the case that we have to use just one of these. Yeah, I think andesite's going to be our best bet for this. I just like the way it blends with the andesite that's already in the walls. And it's not so crazy and bright. I think we could probably use some gold or some netherite or something as like accent blocks in this, but I think in general, I think andesite's probably gonna be the way to go. Which is a shame because I feel like I overuse andesite, but you know, you work with what looks good, I guess. You know, no shame in doing what works. Let me see. Pretty sure that connects there. Yeah, these pillars look nice. I think it gives it an extra dimension of I don't know, just it puts something down in the water, which is nice. So we've got like this fun mixture of, oops, that's not right. We got this fun mixture where we've got like these waterfalls that go into the water, and we also have these columns that go in the water. And I like the blending of the two. I like that it just feels very supported, very grand. This is definitely like a fancy kind of building. I think these walkways are big enough too. I was a little bit concerned at first that maybe the walkways were too narrow, But I think honestly they're okay. I mean, it's not like we've got like a billion people walking through here. It's gonna be a few. Cool. I think now we just need to put like a decorative rail around it so no one falls in the water, because with these sorts of things, you know, inevitably someone's gonna fall in the water, right? It's just what's gonna happen. For that, we can probably, I don't know, I want to do something kind of decorative, I think. I like lodestones. I think lodestones, anytime you're using gray, lodestones are a great way to add a little bit of just a fun texture to that. I guess maybe just like regular stone brick. So we'll do this. We'll put these on top of the pillars. Maybe we'll put these on top of there. Yeah, I kind of like that. I like the sound the lodestones make too. It's another one of those like dropping a bunch of small marbles on the floor sound effects. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. All the cave air on the server. Yeah, it's rough. As far as I know, there's not really a lot we can do about it, but I feel you, buddy. I don't know, maybe fences. Maybe we should go with like some crimson fence. Kind of like how do we feel about that? It's not bad. I don't know, does that seem like not official enough though, because it's fences? And fences are kind of not as fancy as like walls. I wish they had crimson walls of some sort. It's a pity they don't. And we could do like nether brick or something, but I just don't think that would look quite as good. Could also do it with anvils. It's not a bad idea. Although I don't like doing anvils with these kind of curved corners. It's not intuitive, but I don't know. What if we just connect it back here? That's actually a bit better, and it's kind of cool because you can see the water underneath. Could do something like that, maybe. I do like that, having it set back. It also makes it... Oh, though we can't set it back here, though, because it gets in the way of the water. So here we'd have to do it right up here next to it. And if we're going to do that, kind of feels like we should just put these here then. That doesn't look bad. I actually kind of like the stone railing. I think we'll probably stick with this for now. Let's see. What do we think about this? Does this look okay? Oh, I like that. That's nice. It's not super crazy, but it is, you know, it's just, I don't know, it's like just the right amount crazy, right? It's not overwhelming, but it does feel very, oh, I keep saying things feel solid, and when I recognize that doesn't really make a lot of sense. I'm aware. I'm just not good at saying anything else. Does feel solid, though. I think maybe this needs to extend into here. And probably this part too. Oh. You know what? Not everything has to make sense. Nah, dude. Everything has to make sense. That's the way my brain works. Everything must have a reason. There must be a reason for the season, Finn. I don't know. I'm bad about it. I like it when things have reasons and stuff. It's part of the reason why I like doing all this world building and everything, you know, is that it's like making things have a reason, you know. Let's see, what can we put on top of these little? Should we just put lanterns? Seems a little basic, but I honestly can't think of anything that would look better than lanterns, so maybe lanterns it is. Also provides some light, which this place is really dark. I just realized that, so we should probably definitely have lanterns. Maybe. Probably, definitely, maybe have lanterns. Okay, this is much more well lit now, I believe. Let's see. Much better. The roof is still dark, but we expected the roof to stay dark. There is enough light inside here to kind of see by, though, which is a good thing. Oh, that's the same message about Cougar. Okay. I was like, what are people saying? I'm not good at paying attention to the chats and stuff, so I'm always a little bit worried that something will get said and I'll totally miss it. People will be mad at me. Let's see. I kind of like this ring of light around the water. Kind of feels like it separates the area. You know, so we've got like the part with the light and the part without the light. Let's grab this. I think this is probably a good thing to put. Yeah, like that. Also kind of do this. And maybe we'll even do like do something like this. That's kind of neat. I like that. We could put banners up there. What are some cool colored banners we could put? Guess we should probably stick with the colors of the area, right? It's like magenta, yellow, and I guess gray. Let's see. Well, I think in this case the banner we probably want to put this banner because this is not, that one was purple apparently. Here we go. I like that. Also, I just realized these windows need some glass. For some reason I thought I had glass in here, but I do not have glass. I am glassless. Just like this. Beautiful. It's little details, guys. Little details, you know? Yeah, this whole area is coming together slowly. I think probably... I think it needs more depth right here in particular. So probably what I'll end up doing is like some pillars right here to really just accentuate that arch. We'll do the same thing from the top. And I think maybe we'll just fill it in like this. I think this will maybe look okay. Yeah, that's not bad. I can dig it. Let's see. Let's grab a lodestone though, because I think maybe we want a lodestone like somewhere in the mix. Maybe at the base. Not the base. Maybe at the top, or maybe just right in the middle. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Let's put one up here too, just for symmetry's sake. Yeah, that's not bad. We're also gonna grab some basalt, because I like the polished basalt. I think we can use it. Yeah, that's nice. I think maybe we should do the base of these pillars in basalt also. Let's see. Yeah, kind of like that. It's not bad. We'll do the same thing on the top just because we have kind of a vertical symmetry thing going on here. Cool. Now we need to address this kind of awkward space right here. It's not looking great. Needs some detail. Not really sure what kind of detail it really needs though. Maybe what we do is we put a shelf here. Kind of an overhang. Yeah, I think that helps a little bit. Then we could put some stuff up on the shelf. Put like some pieces of glass. Or maybe just lanterns, you know. It's not bad. Not bad at all. What are some other things we could put up there? Honestly, I think that's probably good, actually. Okay. I like these. I think these are good. I want to make sure that I do like this with these, though. So I think that's going to make them feel a little bit beefier. Because right now, I don't really like these diagonal connections. Not my favorite thing in the world. I think this feels a little bit better in general. Maybe what we'll do is we'll replace some of those with some of the cobble and some of the andesite and some of this. Is there not stone? I guess there isn't. I thought I must have imagined that. We'll just switch out a few of these just to keep it a little bit random. There we go. Yeah, those feel better like this. Okay. Let's fill in some of this other stuff. Let's see. I'm not good at random patterns. I feel like my random patterns are always like they're predictably random. Not good at like just like actual randomness. Let's see. But I think I can get away with it for the most part, you know? I think not too many people notice. Of course, I'm doing this on stream, so everyone does notice because I'm saying it out loud, but, you know. Don't tell, guys. Don't tell anyone and I won't tell anyone. Deal? Sounds like a deal to me. Cool. Those feel much better now. Okay. Let's see. This needs some reinforcement as well. Just on the bottom, on this bottom level, though, I think. Just a little bit, just to make this hold together. Right now, it feels like it might collapse. There we go. And the more I look at this, the more I wonder if I shouldn't try and texture this up a little bit. Hey, what's up, Big with a Brick? I like that. I like your name. That's a good name. I don't know. It amuses me. I like it. How's it going? We're just playing some Minecraft. Trying to build some detail. We're not necessarily succeeding at this task, but we are giving it a shot. I did something cool TP to me. Okay. Oh, you're from Reddit. Hey, how's it going? I know how to spell Dolphin Boy's name. Whoa. Oh, that's cool. How did you do that? That's so fancy. That's super cool, man. Did you do that with, like, actual, like, is there actual redstone up here? Oh, it is. There is actual redstone up here. Wow. That is the fanciest redstone I have ever seen in my entire life. That is hypnotic. Hey, you want to do something, you want to do something like that on the face of this, it is very theatrical. You want to do something like that on the face of this casino over here? This big old redstone. Although I don't think there's enough space for that, honestly. Yeah, there's not really any space. Never mind, don't do that. Would be cool, though. Just to have, like, waves going downwards or upwards or something. But I don't think there's enough space currently. 3 blocks? How many blocks we got? We got, like, 2 blocks. I wonder if I could... do I need all this space for a staircase? Could I make the staircase smaller? Is it 3 blocks including the redstone lamps, or is it 3 blocks plus the redstone lamps? Including. Oh, that's not bad. Hey, you know what? We could actually... I don't mind pulling the face of this outwards by a block. Like, honestly, I think we could probably just make these redstone lamps flush with this outline, and that would be perfectly fine. Here, I can actually do that right now. Let's see. Move 1 east. Is that enough space? Should be more or less enough space. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, give it a shot. That would be super cool. Because I feel like it's definitely V Theater, but it's definitely also V Casino. That's what I'm feeling. That would be super cool. I'm terrible at redstone. I don't know anything about redstone, so... Okay, let's come back in here and continue on our quest. Hey, what's up? Welcome back. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Big with a Brick. I don't know. Should I call you Brick? Should I call you Big? Should I call you Witha? Kind of like Witha. Witha is kind of it's a cool word. I don't know. But welcome, and Brick, I like it. I'll call you Brick. Welcome to the stream. It's not nearly as glamorous as the beautiful pictures I post on Reddit and stuff, but you know, it's okay. It's a nice city. These streams are a little bit less exciting because it's a lot of me building stuff. And turns out that building stuff is not nearly as exciting as posting pictures of it online, right? But yeah, at least you get to see some of the behind the scenes, right? How it's made. You're in the know. You're I don't know any other good words. It's looking pretty good. I keep doing this, but overall the city is very pretty. And it is slowly getting finished, little by little. We are completing it. There. Oh, honestly though, we are actually making fantastic progress. I've been so amazed with how everything's going together. You know, there was a time in the not so distant past that what's going on with my tree? That this place was just like a big... Okay, there was more tree there. That this place was just like a big stone platform. How completed? Oh man, I'm gonna say at this point 35%. That seems like a reasonable number. It seems a little bit low until you recognize the fact that, like, you know, like we still have some, like, a few outlines. You can see these orange things up here in the upper city, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff down here that we haven't even, like, we've barely touched on, right? So there's this whole area of the city that's not in the nice, perfect, beautiful picture I posted. Down here at the bottom of the cliff that we're still working on, right? There's parts of it like this that are fairly filled in. But then there's also areas like this where it's a lot of concrete outlines that aren't anywhere near finished. 4550, that's probably also somewhat accurate. So, you know, you can see, like, we've got a lot of areas that are just, like, blank canvases with some dots. So eventually, you know, we'd like to get those all filled in with buildings. And then on top of all of that, it turns out that this entire thing is built on a mountain. And there's an entire area inside the mountain that we also have to work on. So, like, this area all in here, this is like an indoor port. You can see that here's the regular port, and here's the indoor port. And this part, you know, eventually we want to fill this with houses. We need to fix the terraforming because it's pretty bad right now as is. It's not great. It's okay. We've got this whole area. I want to put buildings in here. And then if we pop out through the side of this, you know, there's a lot of space under here, and I'd like to get a lot of it filled in with stuff, with caves, you know, big buildings, stuff like that. You know, there's a lot of empty space in here. You can see we've started to complete some infrastructure inside here. But, you know, overall, there's a lot of, this is the vault. There's a lot of stuff in here, though, that, you know, a lot of empty space that I'd like to fill. So it's going to take some effort. It's going to take some time. You know, it's like this. Like, this is a giant fighting arena, and from above, like, this place is like an iceberg, right? Because from above, it's like this little circus tent thing with glass. And then you get down inside it, and this thing is massive. It's like a 60 block radius circle. It's enormous. And this is currently, like, empty, save for a couple of pandas, some villagers that are stuck inside mine carts, and some bamboo. So eventually, you know, stadium seating, you know, an actual floor, you know, some sort of, like, maybe sand or something for the fight pit. You know, and then, you know, like, there's going to be doors that lead into here and stuff like that. And we're nowhere near completing any of that yet. So we're getting there. It's slow progress, though. And unfortunately, a lot of this is stuff that, you know, like, it's not just building. Yeah, everything for the most part has interiors so far. Not everything. A lot of it has interiors. Yeah, lots of small details. This is true. You know, that's one of the things that I like about this project. You know, is just that, why is there water coming through oh, okay, that's underneath my tower. But yeah, you know, like, it is kind of a neat fact, you know, like, if we do this, I'm hoping I'm picking a building that actually has stuff inside it. Otherwise, this is going to be really embarrassing. You know, but like all these places even have names, right? This is the Flaming Pufferfish Flying Restaurant. And inside, you know, there's tables, there's, you know, like a kitchen. I actually have not been inside this building. This is really cool. There's the famous flying pufferfish and everything. There's a big statue of a pufferfish outside, I think, too. What is this? Please, only aerial pufferfish fanciers club members. What is this? I didn't even know this was here. Look at this. There's a whole second floor. Hey, what's up, Mill Bill? How's it going? Glad you can make it. But yeah, you know, I mean, like, not only does everything have, like, finished interiors, not everything, but most things have finished interiors, but, like, there's stories that go along with it. So I think the story with this building, here's the pufferfish statue, by the way. The idea is that, you know, it's like, you know, it's, there's some specific breed of pufferfish that exists in this world, that flies, you know, and I came up with this whole story. I was talking with one of the server members who built this building. I didn't build it. And we were talking about it, and we decided that maybe there's a kind of pufferfish that has, like, a gland inside its body, that, you know, that catalyzes, it does electrolysis with water and splits it up into hydrogen and oxygen, and then uses the hydrogen to fly, to float around in the world, right? You know, maybe that's a thing that actually exists. You know, and it's, you know, I mean, obviously it doesn't exist in the real world, but it can exist in this world, right? We get to make the rules. And, you know, I just kind of like these little lore details, because I'm a story person, right? Before the builds and everything, I like the stories that get told about these locations. This whole city is based on a world that I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons in for a handful of years now. And so there are some existing stories from from past campaigns and stuff, but there's also a lot of new stories to be told. And it's little things like that, like this oh, this place. This is a monument to an event in the history of the city called the Spell Riots. Um, it was a class dispute. It was this whole thing where, the lower class wanted more, and the king in the upper class said, no, we're not going to let you have it. And there was a rebellion, and it got quashed, and a lot of people died. And they built this to commemorate that event, right? It's little stuff. And it all comes together to create a world it feels lived in. All these buildings feel at least a little bit unique. There's a lot of there's a lot more to it than just pretty buildings. One of the things that, not to like throw shade at anyone, right? Because anyone who builds cool stuff in Minecraft is cool, right? Like I have, I have no qualms with any of those people. They're all super cool people. But I definitely, I didn't want this project in particular to be one of those where I make 5 houses and then copy paste the same 5 houses, 100 times to make a city. I didn't want it to be like that, I wanted it to be a place that feels natural and organic and just put together in a thoughtful and meaningful way. A place where it's conceivable, where you could believe that people live in this city, and that, and that people have livelihoods. We've got all sorts of these shops. All of them are built by hand. I don't think there are really any buildings in this city, that are like copy paste versions of other buildings. There's definitely some parts that have been, we definitely make use of world edit and stuff to do some of this stuff. Like this whole thing in the middle of the city. I definitely built one side of this 4-sided structure and then copy pasted it 2 more times to make the full thing. But there aren't any houses that are like carbon copies of each other, it's kind of fun. I think it makes the place feel more alive, right? Because in real cities, when you build stuff, yeah, exactly, the meaning is great, and that's what it is. It's when you build stuff, in the real world, you build a house at the end of the street and you build it a certain way because you have constraints, right? Maybe, you only have a certain amount of money to spend on building this house, or maybe this house is for a specific purpose. Maybe it's a bakery, and if it's a bakery, then it needs to have room for a big oven for the bakery stuff, right? And if it has a big oven, then it's going to need to have access to a gas line, right? It's all these little decisions that come together and influence the way that things are, get put together ultimately. We've got a lot of different districts. They all have a fairly unique feel. You can see that, like there's this area with these tall buildings. They've got flat roofs. They've got stuff growing on the roofs. And then, you cross this invisible line, or in this case, it's kind of a visible line. But you end up in this area that's completely different, right? The roofs are no longer flat. The buildings aren't as tall. They're made of different materials and stuff, and they have a different style. Even the trees are different. And a lot of this is what makes this world feel alive, and it's what I love so much about this game, as it gives us the freedom to tell these stories and to tell them in a meaningful way, and to really build a place that feels, like this is a city that I feel like I would want to live in the real world if it existed. It's such a cool place. And eventually, the ultimate goal with this, I'd like to be able to build the entire city and then actually, like play Dungeons and Dragons in it, run games inside this world. I think that would be so cool, because that's one of the big limitations I feel like when it comes to playing role-playing games in general, is just that it's theater of the mind. So, a lot of the stuff, when you're playing these role-playing games, maybe there's like a picture in the book, right? The book you're running it out of, the module, has like a picture of like the town. But that's like it. That's all you get. This is a 3-dimensional world that you can walk around. You can go inside all the buildings. It takes you a noticeable amount of time to walk from point A to point B. I'm really hoping that what ends up happening with this, as this whole process, is that it turns into something that people can can play games and feel entirely immersed. I think that would be really cool. I have no idea if that's something that will realistically ever happen, but you know, we'll keep trying. We'll keep working on it, and you know, we'll see where things take us, I guess. You know, for right now, the hard part is really just getting it done. This is such a big yeah, D&D on the next level. It's true. You know, this is such a big project. There's just so much that we're trying to work on. Why is this? I don't know why that's like that. There's just so much to work on and so much to keep in mind right now. It's a little overwhelming at times, but I don't know. We're getting better and better about it, you know? Excuse me. We are improving. Always getting better, never stagnating. You know, so hopefully you keep hearing about this as we go, you know? You know, I like to try and post stuff about it, you know, on Reddit, on all the other social media, you know, partially because, you know, I'll be honest, just like everyone else in the world, I like me some internet points. It never hurts my ego to have a few more internet points, but also because I think that this is something that a lot of people could potentially be genuinely interested in. I think it's, you know, it's a project that it's a little bit different than what people have encountered before, and maybe it fulfills, you know, some sort of at least semi-unique niche that you know, people can find, and they can be like, hey, this is cool, this is something that I didn't even realize that I was looking for, you know. I hope that I can, you know, make people's day and stuff and provide interesting content. Who knows? Hey, I appreciate that, man. I really do. You know, I mean, I'm relatively new at all this stuff. You know, I don't really know exactly what I'm doing a lot of the time. I'm making it up as I go, but so far it's kind of getting me places. You know, it ain't broke, and I'm just gonna keep doing it. But it's, you know, it's definitely it's been a pretty wild learning experience from start to finish. You know, a year ago I didn't even play Minecraft. I'd never touched this game before, so it's interesting to see where we are now, and to wonder about where are we gonna be in the future. You know, where is this game gonna take us? Who knows, right? Who really knows? Nope, that looks bad. I guess now we got to take that and copy it on the other side. This world, 15 months and 15 days. So the world file I created it on February 18th, 2020. I've only been playing Minecraft since like the beginning of February 2020. Because, yeah, when the pandemic started, I had a buddy who was like, hey, you want to play Minecraft? I was like, I've never done Minecraft before. Is it hard? He says, no, it's easy. I'll show you how. And he was actually someone I played D&D with, and he was like, hey, you know, if you're looking for like a project to work on, maybe you could try building your world from D&D. And I was like, oh, that seems really cool. And here we are 15 months later. It's consumed my life, in a good way, right? It's a labor of love. But it's been a wild ride. I'm still learning to this day. I'm still learning new things about Minecraft every day. I'm slowly making my way through survival with a buddy of mine. We are not very good at it. Me in particular. He's played Minecraft a few times before, but he hasn't played for like a long time. He's an old vet, and I'm new blood. We're still like struggling to do survival in general, but we're getting there. Yeah, we've got iron armor. I found some diamonds the other day. It was great. So we're progressing. One day you'll hear about us, and we'll have battled the Ender Dragon, and it's gonna be super cool. Actually, you probably won't hear about it because that seems like a ridiculous thing to be proud of, but you know, I'll be proud of it. So fill stuff with water. It's just the regular fill command, just with water. So like, where XX is the amount, the number. Just be careful. Also, if you're trying to fill like depth with water, it's gonna be fill R like that. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It looks scary. I've seen videos of other people doing it, and you have to like, you have to like, you have to go to the other dimension and everything. So it's gonna be exciting. We recently just made our way into the Nether, and that was terrifying. Almost died to some giant pigs. So that was exciting. But yeah, it's been a super fun experience overall. This game is so much fun, and it's funny because I'm coming to it. I used to be really big. Well, first I was really into StarCraft, and then after StarCraft it was League of Legends. Both StarCraft and League of Legends have relatively toxic fan bases. I mean, they're not the worst, but they're not great, I think I think a lot of people in those fan bases actually make jokes about it because it's so bad. And coming to Minecraft from that is like just wild, because everyone in the Minecraft community is so supportive of each other. People are just like, I just remember the first time I posted something in on the subreddit, like our Minecraft or Minecraft build, something like that. I was expecting the response to be like, "Get out of here, you noob!" Like, we don't want you around here. Get good, scrub. Like, because that's what people say, right? And instead, it was like everyone was like, "Oh, that's so cool. That's super awesome. You're new at this, and that's okay." And I was like, "Wow, this is such a wholesome feeling. I can't believe that people are nice on the internet. When did this happen?" So it's been really cool. I like that aspect of it. It's quite addicting, actually, which is sad. It's sad that I feel addicted to people being nice on the internet, but it's the sad truth of the matter. It's the state of the world we live in, but what are you gonna do? Let's see. Yeah, that's the other thing. Especially, doing stuff on like social media and everything. I've noticed that like that I have a significant number of people who, who regularly look at my content and stuff, who are from like all over the world. Honestly, like it's pretty inspiring. We're looking at stuff. Hold on. Whoa, that's super cool. Oh, I like that a lot. That's actually not so bad. Honestly, I might do the rest of the interior with whatever block these are, because I kind of like that pattern. That is so cool. Oh my god. That might be the coolest thing I have seen, like, in a really long time. Like, probably like all week at least. Can you make the spiral on top of the redstone? What does that mean? Is the redstone dust? Oh. I think so, because I can place blocks directly above the redstone like this, right? And that won't interrupt anything. Yeah, I only need to leave one block of space for the redstone. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll start it over here, and by the time it gets over there, it'll already be up a block or two. Yeah, overall should be good. I'm so excited. This is super cool. Man, this is almost as exciting as when Bart did the thing with the minecarts and the chickens. You know what it reminds me of? It's like those barber poles. The big red and white ones that rotate. Are the chickens still going around over here? Yep, there they go. Wow. I like how the chickens randomly lay eggs. There's a bunch of eggs on the tracks too. Good for you, chickens. It's a good way of keeping time. Chicken Day was a fun day. We've had a lot of interesting days. Unfortunately, I feel like all the really fun ones, I have not done a good job of recording the stuff that goes on. Because like I feel like a lot of the really goofy moments happen like unexpectedly, you know? Oh, does it look cool at night? That does look really cool. Man. See this? Everyone is, I don't know. Everyone on this server is super cool. And the other cool thing is that everyone that builds on this server with me is someone I met on Reddit for the most part. I think there's one guy who technically found me through Instagram and then asked if he could be a part of the team and everything. But most people were people who saw the stuff I built on Reddit and were like, "That's cool. Can I help?" And I was like, you know, for the most part, you know, there's like an application process and everything, but hey, everyone turned out being pretty cool people for the most part, which is good. Always good to be cool people and not uncool people, I guess. But yeah, there's been all sorts of cool people from Reddit. I don't know, just all the comments and stuff from people are really uplifting. I really appreciate all that. Okay, let's fill in these pillars. What did I say about for the most part? Wait, I don't even remember what I said. I apologize if I said something mean. It was not my intention. Those are even, but I actually want them to be lower. Oh. Let's see. I kind of like it because if you look at it from this angle, it looks like an eye. With the like, if you follow the curve of the lodestones, you got kind of an arch at the top and an arch at the bottom. I think really these need to be like this though for maximum effect. We're all about max effects here. Like that. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. I like that. Fun stuff. Okay. This place is starting to look good. Oh man, it's already 8:30. Okay, I should probably quit for the night because I actually do have to go to work tomorrow. Unfortunate as it may be. But yeah, let's fly out and here, we'll turn on the shaders and we'll fly around a little bit. Oh no, I don't want to turn on those. These shaders are too much. They will kill my computer. We can only handle these shaders. Okay, I think that's the right ones. Oh yeah, we can come take a look at that too. Let's fly over there and see. I'm gonna turn the lights back on though. So we can see. Yeah, so this is a whole thing. MCX has been working on some terraforming over here, which is also cool. You can see, oh, this is looking really good. Let's see. God, this place is big. So it's gonna look really nice when it's done though. Yeah, I like what you got so far, man. I think... Oh, is this a... What is this? Is this an arch? I love the arch. That's super cool. Yeah, this area's looking nice. I would say definitely... yeah, just definitely try and leave some of the height variation in general. I know that you're always really good about that, but I do want it to be... oh, I like this pass too. Okay, so here's the thing. I like the pass. I like the way it looks. I don't want the pass to be there though, because I don't want there to be an I don't want there to be a route out of Loam that's not through like a city gate. I mean, I guess we could put a gate in the pass. It's not a terrible idea. Yeah, it's fine. Leave the pass. It looks good. I like the way it looks. We'll leave it. That's fine. I don't know. I'm picky. You know this. Yeah, overall, it's looking really good, man. I really like this. If possible, I don't know what your thoughts were about this, but I like this random little peninsula of land out here in the ocean that just kind of sticks out. I'm not sure why it did that, but I do like it. So if you could find a way to keep it, I think that would be cool. I just like the fact that like there are parts of it that are above water, and then parts of it that are below water. That it's kind of random. Yeah, you could extend it a little bit. I wouldn't mind that. I think definitely like just like keep it maybe in such a way where like have like a strip through here that goes down below water level. I think that would be kind of fun, and we could put a bridge there or something like that maybe. That kind of makes sense. Just have it like disjointed, so it's not actually connected all the way. I think that would be kind of a neat touch. And then in general, I think this whole area inside the curve of the peninsula is gonna have to actually end up being a bit deeper. Just because this is where the big boats. Yeah, I like that. That's cool. So just the ground level though under here is gonna have to get deeper, just because this is where the big boats are gonna come to dock. So we want it to be an area where they would have, where it would make sense to put docks, which would be not shallow water, which is a shame because I did like the shallow water and like the kind of beachy aspect of it. But I think that overall this is a better feel for the area. Yeah, but I like it I like it so far. It's looking really good. Interested to see what it ends up looking like with grass and stuff. It's kind of cool. It's a lot of interesting land formation going on there. But anyway, guys, sorry, little detour. But I think we're gonna wrap it up here for the afternoon, or for the evening. I guess it's evening now. But thank you guys for coming to hang out and watch. I've had more activity on this stream than any stream that I've done before, ever. So that's already super cool. I appreciate you guys coming out and to hang out and everything. If you liked what you saw and you wanted to see more, definitely come back and watch some other streams if you feel like it. I've also got a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel. If you're feeling inclined, you could take a look at those. Some of it's kind of historical. It gives some information about, where we've come from with this whole project and everything, and the process up until now. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you guys. I don't know when my next stream is going to be, but sometime later this week. It's probably going to be like Friday evening, Saturday. I try to do streams on Saturdays also. It's going to depend heavily on my work schedule because I do work a full-time job, so gonna be crazy. But I'm glad to have you guys along for the ride. You guys have a great night. Stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.